Welcome everybody, François JDR D30 making a video response to Sirko, who made a video about parents playing with parents, and I really like this video. Okay, I must say thank you, Sirko, for making a video like that, because that's not a subject that comes often from vloggers. Yeah, we heard about it once in a while. I know that Tim Harper, Samwise, talks about it. He talks about his son, and so some of his videos we see him. We see his son. We see him with his son. So it's not a subject that comes often, and well, that's a subject I wanted to talk about one day. So by responding to this video, I will take the occasion to do it. Well, yeah, thank you, Sirko, because I think you did it the right way. Okay, you played with a couple of friends that had children, and the children were around, were making noise, they were demanding attention, and from your part you took the time to understand what was happening. Okay, to understand the situation. And I think it's great from your part, because I feel that often people who don't have children just can't understand. I mean, really can't understand what it is to have children and the responsibility that comes with it. But, sorry, but by what you are seeing in your video, you took the time to understand it and let the parents be parents without putting stress on them, you know, because the game was disturbed by children and all that. You know, you let things happen as they should. And when the parents were available to get on with the game, you let them do that. And yeah, I think it's the only way to go, because you can't go. It can't be different than that. When the children are around, oh yes, it's annoying. Oh yes, because they demand attention and they demand all sorts of things. You know, when you don't put your attention on them, they will pop up. Oh, I'm thirsty. I want something to drink, and they are hungry and they want to know what you do. Well, in my Friday group, this is something, you know, I have 3 kids, and you know, this is something that is very present in our Friday group. We're doing the game at home for that reason, because for me it's difficult to get out of the house to do an activity. You know, the deal with my fiance was, okay, you can have role-playing games, but the games are at home. So if something happens with the children, if I need help, you will be there. So yeah, it took me a while to find a bunch of players who could come to that game, because it's not the best time spot. Okay, you know, I'm playing the game from 9 to midnight, and 9, you know, 3 hours, not straight games, because there will be interruption all through these 3 hours. And yeah, I know that the best spot, you know, for example, could be 7 p.m. through 11 p.m. But I can't. I just can't, you know. At 7 p.m., you know, I'm in the heat of the action at home with my children. Yes, maybe one occasional game once in a while, maybe once every couple of months, I can get out of the home to play. But if I want some regular playing, I don't have any choices but to go with the schedule I am imposed myself. No, that it's not my best schedule too, but that's the only one I can afford, and I want a game. So I'm very happy to have players coming to the table. One of the players have 1 kid, you know, she does. I think it's okay for him to get out Friday night. I'd say that having 1 kid, it's you can do that. You can permit yourself to have an activity outside of the house. But when you, well, for my experience, you know, my experience with it is when you begin to have 2 kids, oh boy, that's hard. So yes, and what happens during the game? Well, the children are around, like I said, they are thirsty, they want to play with us, okay? And yeah, well, I try to deal with my kids to say, hey, it's daddy's time to play. You know, you have played all week long. You know, it's my little 3 hours in the week that I want to play, but I had to find a compromise because I can't just get rid of them. They are my kids and they live in this home. So what are the solutions I have found? One of them was to run a Hero Kids game. Hero Kids, if you don't know what is it, it's a role-playing game made for children from 4 to 10. I will do a review of that game sometimes. So we do a game of Hero Kids. I give it's especially for my oldest son, because before Hero Kids, you know, we were, let's say, playing Pathfinder, and our Pathfinder game master used miniatures. So hey, he wanted to have his miniatures, he wanted to roll dice, he wanted to participate into the game, but it was hard to let myself go when I had a little kid always asking questions on the side, so it was hard to get into the character. Yeah, so I made a deal with him. I give you 30 minutes of Hero Kids, and after that, if you want to watch the game, okay, but be quiet, please. Yeah, it worked. And what make it work is that I asked the players to come by my home a little earlier. So he's playing with my regular group. You know, there's a bunch of adults playing Hero Kids with my kids. And it's kind of a warm-up, you know. I try to take the advantage of it. We are warmed up for our own game after that. But Hero Kids was a solution, and it works very well. He has his dose of role-playing game, and Hero Kids is such a good game to introduce to children. You know, they learn how to do role-playing games. They learn about when to talk, when to let the others talk, when to play, what to do. Yeah, there's lots of things well, we all know that there's lots of good things to learn from role-playing games. So Hero Kids is the solution. Other than that, yeah, well, my daughter, she's 2 years old, but she wants to be in my arms. You know, if I'm behind my Game Master screen, I'd better not let anything behind the Game Master screen, because she will screw everything. Well, I let her play with some dices, so I have some kind of a co-GM who is throwing dices all around, and you know, eating all my notes. So yeah, I have to accept the fact. But I'm able, you know, to run a game with her in my arm. I guess she will become a great GM sometime, I don't know. And my second son, yeah, well, he will be around, especially if there's food. But after that, you know, getting them to bed, it's hell. So well, it's Friday night, you know, we let them play their video games. Often my oldest son will get asleep by himself. My second one, well, will get asleep when everyone is going out. Yet I know it's late, but you know, we are choosing our fights, and my daughter will be taken by my fiancée. She will try to get her to sleep. And, well, that's the little part that saddened me, because I would like my fiancée to come in the game. And I know that she would want it too, but, you know, she had to take care of the children all the while. You know, when they will get older, I'm sure she will get into the campaign, but, yeah, for now, it's not possible. Yeah, there are some downsides to it. But I'm glad that people are coming to my game, you know, and I'm happy, you know, just happy that it happens. And we have some great games. Even though we are disturbed, even though if the immersion is totally broken by excited kids all around the table. Yeah. Sirko, you made a great, well, you led us with a great advice here, is play with parents. And yes, I'd say that it's a great, you know, being a parent, having children, it's not that it's not pleasant, but you can lose yourself a little in that. You know, what you are is taken aside because the children are the priority here. And for gamers, it's hard because yeah, you have to be parent and you want to play but you can't. So you know, if someone say, okay, I'm okay to play with you and you can bring along your kids, well, the parents will be very happy of doing it, you know, just to find themselves, okay, once again doing something they love. And yeah, that's a big relief for a parent to have to know that they can be part of an activity and share something cool with anyone, even non-parents. You know, when you don't have children, I have been criticized a little in the past. You know, I remember someone making a video about commitment and said that one of the players he was playing with he had 5 children, but he was able to get to the game at the time set and he was able to commit every week. Yeah, good for him, you know. No, I have been criticized about not being flexible, but that's the part. I have no choice, you know. It's good for the one who had 5 children and can come. I don't know what kind of deal he has at home with his wife. For my part, I have a deal with my fiancée, so yeah, we have to stick for it. We're doing it for the best of the children. So I have been, yeah, a little accused of you're not committed enough. If you don't commit enough, just don't play. Hey, I think it's the contrary. If you can't come to my schedule, just don't play my game, you know. Yeah, I won't be upset. Yeah, a little, well, because I love to have good players around the table, but my time is the time I can, you know. I can't free time more, you know. I'm stuck with that time set, and I'm very committed to that, you know, because as a parent, you know, I know that this Friday night spot is really my fun spot. So yeah, I want to make it happen. You know, it's some kind of a relief. I said it earlier, but it's some kind of a relief having those players around the table. So non-parents, please understand the parents who have restrictions. That's a reality. Not just role-playing game. Any field of activity, of social activity you have with people with children, they will have some kind of restriction, because that's what it is to have children. Responsibilities. Hey, sorry. I'd like to say thank you, Sirko. I think it's one of the few videos that really touched me deeply. Okay, I'm really touched by your videos, by the friendly heat that it has in it. I think you have understood you have understood the parent position here, and yeah, you have done a great thing, and I am thanking you for that. So see you next time. We'll have other videos for you. Bye.